Everyone talks about Warren Buffett like he's some kind of financial wizard. Like when we were younger, he could turn lead into gold. If you just sprinkle fairy dust, aka Warren Buffett, stock picks on your portfolio, you too can become rich. Well, everyone's always looking for the next big thing. The hot stock tip or the magical fund manager who will change everything. Everyone wants an edge, something that gives them an advantage. And now, I'm no different. I want to give you that advantage. And in this video, I want to talk about how Warren Buffett became the richest man in the world. What are the secrets behind his success? And most importantly, what can we learn from him? Because honestly, we can all learn a lot from this guy. So without further ado, let's dive in. If you've ever wondered how Warren Buffett became the richest man in the world, well, the answer is simple. It's not some magical stock pick. It's actually his patience. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the impatient to the patient, as Warren Buffett himself said, and there's a lot of truth to this. See, Warren Buffett wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He wasn't handed a trust fund. He didn't win the lottery. No, Warren Buffett started from humble beginnings. And if you really want to learn how to invest like Warren Buffett, then you need to understand where he started, because that's the only way to truly grasp the power of his strategy. You know, the strategy that made him the richest man in the world. So let's start at the very beginning, shall we? When Warren was 11 years old, he bought his first stock. And if you think that was a long time ago, well, it was. But that's not really important right now. What's important is how he got that money. You see, Warren saved up for months, delivering newspapers and performing odd jobs. He didn't have a lot of money, but he had enough to buy one share of a stock called City Service at $38 and 1/2 a share. Now fast forward a few years and that one share of stock is worth over $40,000. Why? Because Warren held on to it for a long time. He didn't sell when the price went down or when other investors panicked. He held on and watched his investment grow. And guess what? That's the secret to becoming rich. It's not about being smart. It's about being patient. You see? A lot of people try to get rich quick. They gamble. They chase risky investments and they buy stuff they can't afford. But that's not how Warren Buffett does things. He takes a different approach. He buys quality companies that he believes in and then he holds on to them for a long time. And that's how he became the richest man in the world. But here's the thing. You might think that Warren Buffett is just lucky, that he got lucky with his investments and that's why he's rich. But that's not true. Luck has nothing to do with it. Instead, it's all about preparation and patience. You see, Warren Buffett didn't just become rich by accident. He prepared for it for a long time. He read books, he studied the stock market, and he learned from the best. And then he waited patiently for the right opportunities to come along. And when they did, he was ready to take advantage of them. Let me tell you, being patient is not easy. Especially in today's world where everyone wants everything yesterday. We're used to getting what we want when we want it. But that's not how the world works. If you want to be successful, you need to be patient. You need to be willing to wait for the right opportunity to come along. And when it does, you need to be ready to grab it with both hands. That's the only way to achieve your goals. A lot of us give up we see a few setbacks and we think it's the end of the world. But that's not the case. Setbacks are just a part of the journey. They're a chance to learn and grow. You need to embrace them and use them to your advantage. Don't let setbacks get you down. Keep going until you reach your goals. Remember, the road to success is never easy. There will be bumps along the way, but it's how you handle those bumps that matters. You know, when Warren Buffett was starting out, he faced a lot of challenges. He was a young investor trying to make a name for himself in a male-dominated industry. But did he give up? No. He kept going. He made a few mistakes, sure, but he learned from them and moved on. That's the kind of mindset you need to succeed. There's another thing that I want you to remember. It's the importance of knowing your limits. You see, Warren Buffett doesn't put all his eggs in one basket. He diversifies his investments so that if one company fails, it doesn't affect his entire portfolio. This is a very important lesson that we can all learn from him. A lot of times, We get so caught up in one particular investment or one particular company that if it fails, we lose everything. But that's not how Warren Buffett operates. He keeps his emotions in check. He doesn't let his feelings get the better of him and cloud his judgment. This is such an important lesson that we can all learn from him. Emotions have no place in investing. You need to keep your head clear and make rational decisions based on facts and figures, not on how you feel. Warren Buffett also knows when to hold them and when to fold them. Yes, not afraid to cut his losses and move on if a particular investment is working out. This is something that we can all learn from. Sometimes you need to know when to walk away from a bad investment. Holding on to a failing investment is like clinging to a life raft in the middle of the ocean. You need to know when to let go and swim to shore. Warren Buffett is also not afraid to be different. He goes against the crowd, even when everyone else thinks he's wrong. This is a trait that has served him well throughout his career, and it is something that we can all learn from. A lot of times, we're afraid to stand out. We're afraid to be different, but that's where the opportunities lie. If you want to be successful, you need to be willing to go against the crowd. Warren Buffett is not just a financial genius. He's a great teacher as well. He's taught us the importance of patience, preparation, diversification, knowing our limits, and standing out. These are valuable lessons that can help us in all areas of our lives, not just in investing. So the next time you're feeling down about your financial situation, remember the lessons of Warren Buffett? Be patient, prepare well, diversify, know your limits, and stand out. And with time, you too can achieve financial freedom. You see, building wealth is not an overnight process. It takes time and dedication. But with the right mindset and habits, anyone can become rich. So don't be discouraged by setbacks. Learn from them and keep moving forward. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was Warren Buffett's wealth. But with patience, discipline, and a willingness to learn, you can achieve your financial goals. So my question to you is, what has been your biggest takeaway from this video? Which lesson from Warren Buffett are you going to apply to your life? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. It really helps us reach more people. Thank you for watching.